Hi, Levi, Dr. Bortolotti here. I thought it would be easier and faster after I marked up your draft to give you your comments and feedback and suggestions by way of this audio file. It'll speed things up for you and it speeds things up for me. So, first thing I want you to notice is I've taken all the color off of the draft. That way you can see my suggestions and corrections and comments, which I've got in red. For example, greenhouse effect is probably capitalized. So open up my comment balloon, see my comment, and once you make the correction, right click on the comment balloon and then hit delete. Make sure all the comment balloons are gone before you submit to the final draft Dropbox. The use of a colon, you used it correctly later on in this essay, but I think you probably have been taught this. That's what I'm suspecting, that a colon is used at the end of a sentence when a list follows or another statement follows or a quote follows. But the thing to remember is that this has to be a complete sentence, and that's when you use the colon. You had a comma here. A colon is correct. And like I said, you did this later on in the essay. I'll get to that in a minute. I changed this to scientist because someone is kind of vague. Add a comma here. Okay, capitalize humans there. And I just cleaned up some wording here just because I think it just sounds better. Okay, don't forget to open up the comment balloons and see what they say. Notice I did block indent that quote. I think you had trouble doing that, so I've done it for you. No big deal. Thank you for the use of a footnote. Good job. Once again, I'm just cleaning up some language here. Anytime you begin a bunch of words with the word which, it's going to be a fragment. So what I did was I put a comma here, lowercase w on the which, and now this becomes a dependent clause, which is what it is. What you had here was a dependent clause. It was a fragment. So now, with the addition of that comma and the lowercase on the w here, all of this is now a complete sentence. Julianne Stove, she's got multiple authors on this article. She's got partners on this article. So you have to do the et al thing. And then notice once I do that, it changes the verb from singular to plural. Same thing down here. Stove et al, then go on the remark. So et al is plural. So this is going to be a plural verb here and a plural verb there. Just cleaning up some wording here. Same thing here. Just clean up some wording. 5-year, blah, blah, blah. Just like I said, just some suggested wording. Not that big of a deal. Thank you for the footnotes. One of the things I want to show you what I did with the footnotes is I gave a space bar. Just a little space in there. It's a little crowded if you don't. See, it's a little crowded, so I don't know. I just prefer that. It's not wrong. I just prefer that. Jeremy Berlin also has multiple authors. And remember, if you have an author, they get kind of pissy if you don't cite them by name. Don't cite the source. He wrote the article and his team, so you've got to give them the credit. Once again, plural, plural verb. Plural, plural verb. Okay, and of course, the second time you mention the author's name, you don't have to mention the first name. This is a really long block quote, which is okay, but what you've done is sort of depended on the in-text citations doing your discussion instead of Levi's voice being in here. For example, I would love some Levi comment either here or after this block quote here. I mean, you have a little, but that's an awful lot of text from a source when I really prefer to hear your thoughts. Not wrong, but we need more Levi in that. And yeah, I mean, this is done perfectly, and that's done perfectly as well. Although it looks like you've got some spacing issues here. Let me see. Yep, you do. See what I did? See what I did? Select this whole thing. I can see that there are extra spaces put in here. So I'm going to change this from 0 and change this to 0. And watch what happens to these extra spaces. Boom. I just noticed this. That's in italics. That's in italics. This is italics. That is italics. I'll just do that for you. No charge. Okay. So just go over this. It's a really, really good first draft. Logos, pathos, ethos clearly have been stressed where you say they're going to be stressed. So all in all, a very good first draft. I did mean to fix one more block quote that I missed, and I will do that, and then I will send this back to you. Okay? Good job.